Hello guys, TavHD here and welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at this laptop. This is an Acer Aspire and that is pretty much all I know. If you remember, a couple of weeks ago I took a look at an old compact laptop. If you have not seen that, I would suggest watching that. This is one of the other computers I got as part of that deal. So I got 4 computers for £20, split them up evenly, that makes them £5 each. So that compact was £5, this was £5, and the other two I got are both worth about £5 each too. So today we're going to be taking a look at this £5 Acer. Now, I've not tried to turn it on or anything like that. I've given it a quick bit of a clean since I got it, but it's kind of got dirty again, so I'll have to give it a better clean in the future. And today we're just going to look around it, turn it on, and see if it works. If it doesn't work, we won't be fixing it in this video. That will be something to explore another day. So let's just start by taking a look at this thing, and it's actually quite a pretty colour. I'm not really sure what it shows up as on camera, but it's kind of like a really dark purpley blue, and it says Acer on it quite nicely, and at the top it says something as well. I'm not sure if that's in focus, but it says Signal Up. I'm guessing that's some sort of branding for something. Not exactly sure though. I guess maybe we can find out later. I'm not really sure what year this is from either. I guess we can also work that out later. I've done no research onto this, so we'll be discovering everything together. Power in there, Ethernet, HDMI, which looks to be full of dust or something. It's kind of sandy coloured in there, so I don't think I'll be using that. VGA, 2 USBs, I'm guessing USB 2, they're full of dirt or dust or whatever as well. And we've got our audio in and out here as well. On the front we have a card slot which currently has a blank in it just to protect it. I'll put that back in. It is full of dirt again. And here we have the sliding latch to unlock the lid, so this is old enough that it still has one of those. And also there's 2 little pictures for the indicator lights that are on the palm rest. On the other side here we have 2 more USBs. We've got an optical drive which looks like it can do DVD and CD. We've got a modem and now a Kensington lock there as well. On the back all we've got is the hinge and some ventilation over there too. Now on the bottom we have some more information. So I think this will be the model here, Acer Aspire 5542. So that is interesting to know. And we've also got a Windows 7 Home Premium license on there as well. As is the way with lots of Windows PCs, there's like little doors to access things. And of course we've got a removable battery up here too. So the RAM is under there, I'm guessing the hard drive's under there. We're not going to take that apart for now, but that might be something we do later. So the next thing I'm going to do is open the lid and let's take a look in here because we do have a spec label in here. Alright, so this label has quite a lot going on. It's Signal Up again, 16:9 HD LED True Cinematic View display. That's quite a fancy way of describing what is probably just a very cheap generic display. HDMI out, numeric keypad which is up here. We also have Backup Manager and Acer Arcade Deluxe. Not really sure what that is. Maybe we'll be able to find out. Also, it's Energy Star rated and Dolby Home Theatre V3. And as I thought, this isn't Aspire 5542. And the processor in here is an AMD Turon 2 X2 M500. And that runs at 2.2 GHz and has 1 MB of level 2 cache. Now the graphics in here are ATI Radeon HD 4200 graphics with up to 1919 megabytes of hypermemory. I'm guessing that is shared memory in this thing. And looking over here we've got 4 gigabytes of memory, so I'm guessing it can share about half of that if it so desires. Now this is a 15.6 inch HD LED LCD. And we've got a 500 gigabyte hard drive and a DVD Super Multi dual layer drive in here, which sounds all very snazzy. I'm sure at the time these were quite impressive features, but today that is of course not the case. Now I don't know if it has that amount of RAM or it has that hard drive or whether it's got any hard drive, so that is something we can find out. And there's also another little sticker up here which also says Aspire 5542 on it. On the other side of the palm rest we've got two more stickers, one for AMD Premium Vision or Premium Vision AMD, whatever you want to call it, and also a nice little Windows 7 sticker there as well. Looking at the trackpad, this is actually quite a decent size, right and left click of course, and a little bit at the side to do your scrolling on. I do quite like that. Of course it is better to have like a multi-touch one where you can just scroll with two fingers, but having that there is better than nothing, I guess. And also there's a button here which I'm guessing disables the trackpad or does something to it, I'm not too sure. Looking at the keyboard, it's just a very standard UK keyboard with a number pad at the side. On camera you can see there is some wear to quite a lot of the keys, so I'm guessing this thing has been quite well used, and you can probably also see how dirty it is between the keys as well. That will be quite difficult to clean if I do choose to do so, but feeling that keyboard, it just feels like a standard keyboard. It's what you would want a keyboard to feel like. It's nothing fancy, but it's not exactly awful. It's honestly better than the butterfly keyboard Apple used to use. So yeah, I suppose that is a good thing. But there are some more buttons up here, so let's take a closer look at those. Okay, so starting at the left we have our power button, and it also says Dolby Home Theatre up here. I can see the speaker grill going all the way across. How much of that is actually speaker, I don't know. I'm guessing probably not a lot. Here are the lights for caps lock, scroll lock and num lock, it looks like. And these three buttons here, I'm not exactly sure what they're for, but I will try and guess. It looks like this one is for the backup manager software that this thing would have had. The middle one has a Bluetooth logo on it, so I'm guessing that is for Bluetooth. And the one at the left has the Signal Up logo on it. Still not really sure what that is. I'm guessing it's something to do with the internet. Moving along slightly, you can see just there we've got our microphone, and now let's take a look at the buttons on the other side. So up here we've got three more buttons, one that says P on it. I honestly haven't got a clue. Then we've also got our volume up and down, and also it says virtual surround sound up there, and that is pretty much everything there is to see on the bottom half of this computer. As I've already said, there's a 15.6 inch display. It says it's HD, not exactly sure what the specific resolution is, maybe we can find out. But at the top here we do have a webcam, which is nice to see. Crystal Eye webcam optimized for low light video chatting. That's quite a claim. I wonder if it's any better than the ones that Apple have been using until quite recently, because they haven't been great, but I'm guessing that this one will probably be even worse. Okay, so it's now time to see what happens when I try and turn this thing on. So I have plugged the power cable in, I've turned the power cable on at the wall, and down here I'm not quite sure if you can see it, but there is an orange light that has come on. I'm guessing that means that it is charging. So let's press the power button and see what, if anything, actually happens. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Hopefully you can hear that. I can hear a fan, which has now gone silent, but I can see that the light is lighting up there, indicating that it is turned on. Blue light down here too, indicating that it's turned on. I now cannot hear the fans at all. Definitely can't hear any sort of hard drive spinning, which is curious, although it might have just been removed, which I'm guessing is probably actually quite likely. Let me turn my lights off. Is there anything actually coming up on this screen? I can't see anything, which is a bit odd. Yeah, I don't see anything coming up on here, so yeah, I don't think it's like the backlight has failed. There's nothing going on that screen, which maybe is just what this would do if it's got no drive in it, but I expect it to like beep or do something to tell me that it doesn't know what's going on. The keys aren't lighting up when I press them up here for num lock and caps lock, so I don't think this thing is actually doing anything. It's on, but the fan isn't spinning anymore. There's definitely no drive activity, so let's turn it off. Yeah, it's now off and the sound hasn't changed, so I don't think it was actually doing anything, but let's try it again. Fans come on, and now the fans have gone again, and still nothing showing up. I can see brightness controls here, on the arrow keys for when I press the function key. So let's see if I can just like make it brighter or something. No, that doesn't seem to be doing anything. I think this thing is probably quite dead. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is just unscrew both of these panels here just to see if there is any RAM in here and if there is a hard drive or not. I can see that there are a few screws missing, like there isn't a screw in that hole, which implies that this has been opened. I'm not sure why. Maybe to try and fix it, or maybe to just remove some parts. I'm going to first start off with the RAM door and then I'll do this. I'm not going to talk through it all. Okay, so my screwdriver that I've got is too thick to get these screws out, and I don't really think anything under there is really going to help. I'm guessing there's just no drive in it, that's why I couldn't hear it spinning. So let's ignore that for now, but I can see that in here we do actually have 2 sticks of RAM. So I'm going to take one of them out just to check what the capacity is. And it doesn't actually say what the capacity is, which is curious. It is quite dusty, but there's a sticker over the sticker on it, so I'm guessing the sticker that said the capacity is underneath the sticker that's now on it. I'm just going to assume that this is a 2 GB stick, and so is the other, because that's apparently what it has. Apparently it has 4 GB, so I would guess both sticks are 2 each. But let's just put this back in. I don't really think there's any point having it out, and I really doubt the RAM is at fault here, because I would expect some sort of beeping or something to happen. And there's kind of a bit of a sticker in the way of this, which isn't great, but there we are. And actually I've not put that bottom one in properly, so I'll have to do that again. That definitely isn't going to help things. Alright, there we are, both of those RAM sticks are back in. I'm now going to screw this door back down. Okay, so I don't really think this is going to make a difference, but I've taken the battery out, and now let's try turning it on and see what happens. Again, I can hear the fans. All of a sudden they just come to a stop, but the blue light up there is still on, and so is the one at the bottom of the palm rest. It just isn't doing anything. And it is absolutely silent now, like it is off, and it makes no difference to the sound if I just like unplug it. It is like it is just off, which is weird. I did do a quick Google just to see if anyone else had an issue, and the only kind of similar thing I can find is when people have updated their video drivers and then that's caused a problem. I don't think that would be the case here, because I don't even think there's a hard drive in this. So that is very curious, and the ones I saw on the forum were about Nvidia drivers. This has got ATI graphics in it, so that wouldn't be the case anyway, so I'm not really sure. Okay, so I'm not really sure what to do with this thing. It's worthless to me. It only cost me £5, and I don't really think it's worth anything to anyone else either, so I'm not going to invest any more time in trying to get this thing to work. This isn't my normal sort of machine anyway. Usually I only really look at Macs, so this isn't really the sort of thing I've got much interest in fiddling around with. Anyway, I only made this video because I got it for cheap as part of a bundle with some other cool computers, one of which you've already seen, the others you will hopefully see soon. So this machine will probably never be shown on this channel again. I might sell it for parts, I might give it away. I'm honestly not too sure. This has no value to me, and as I've already said, there's no point messing around with it trying to fix it. I've got no use for it. Even if it can work, I might as well let someone have it who either wants it for spare parts or wants to just do something with it. So yeah, I'm kind of disappointed that it's not working as far as I can test, but also I'm not really too bothered because it's not my sort of computer anyway. And I'm guessing this is probably a bit of a pointless video. I managed to look around it, but yeah, there's not really anything I can do with it, so that is the end of the line for this machine. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully it was kind of interesting in some way, kind of disappointing, but yeah, not the end of the world. So again, thank you for watching, and I suppose if you've got any suggestions on how I can fix this or how anyone in the future could fix this, please do let me know, because I might still have it at the time the video goes up, and if I can work out a way to fix it and it's not going to cost me anything and it's quite easy, might give it a go just for a bit of fun, but don't hold your breath for that. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be something working or at least I hope so. So thank you again, and I will see you later. Goodbye.